Okay. So non-negotiable, no sex unless you can become a wife again. Okay. Any other
Well, I am a
requirements?
wife because he who finds a wife finds a good thing. So I am a wife already. I just need my husband to find me.
Oh, okay. So you are a wife in this moment. You just are waiting for the fourth man to marry you.
No, you're not a wife. You're not a wife in any way, shape, or form. You see how the Bible becomes perverted? You see how that Bible becomes perverted with what she's saying. Okay? She's saying she is a wife. She's just waiting on somebody to get her. How many men are your husband? How many men does a good wife get to be her husband? That is what we're asking. You have had 3 bites at the apple and various men in between. When is it time for you to give up and say, I will take whatever comes along without making any kind of demand? Now, the next guy that comes along, he's dealing with your celibacy because you don't want to have sex with him until you get married to him, and then the prospects of being successful are not high with a woman like you. The prospects of being successful are not high. That's the whole point. Your success rate is shitty. It is what it is. There's nothing to be said about it except you have a shitty record. Okay? And nobody wants to go over there with a shitty record, with a person who has a shitty record.
Yes.
Okay. Fair enough. Any other requirements before we get to your deal breakers?
He has to have a job. He has to take care of his kids. I don't want no bum. I think it's big that men take care of their kids, even if they're not together, or at least trying. And I went to law school, so if that's something that we have to fight for, I definitely would try to help him get something because I do feel like men should get their kids, honestly. And I think it would stop a lot of um, men who don't have kids.
We know you give away kids. You maybe you're a good mother. Maybe that's what your thing was. Maybe that is what it was. Maybe you should have just been a mother instead of trying to be a wife because you don't know how to be a wife. And there is no saying there's something wrong with these other men. And that's not it. The problem is you have a shitty ticker and you keep doing the same thing, asking for the same man so you can get in the same situation.
Okay. What are your deal breakers?
Smoking, that's a no. Smoking of any substance. Don't believe in
So like
Jesus
no weed
Christ.
either.
No, nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
Nothing. It's grossed me out. Don't believe in Jesus Christ. And again, if you don't have a job and you're not taking care of yourself, that's a big no no.
See, here's the thing with her. The problem is you had 3 men walk over there saying they believe in Jesus Christ, and you still couldn't make it work with those 3 that said they believed in Jesus Christ, which means they really didn't believe in Jesus Christ, or you really didn't believe in Jesus Christ, and both of y'all was playing. Either way it go, you can't choose because you don't know how to choose. Because you seem to think religion is going to stop them and make them be a good husband. And that's not the case in your particular area. Maybe to some women, but not to you. And if a religious man, and if they're as religious as you say they are, and they were with you, and you said, okay, I'm religious, I'm the religious man, and they got with you, that meant it was you that corrupted that religious man somehow, some way. Otherwise, it was a joke. It was a joke. So stop asking for men who are religious. That doesn't work for you.
For me because we're grown. And if you don't know what you want, that's that's a big no no for me. I'm highly educated. I have a lot in my background, a lot of history, and I want somebody who's well just put together, just well-rounded, not too, oh, if you don't do this, you're gonna go to hell, but just more like, you know what, we're walking, and we're just.
You know what? I can't stand it when I hear people say I'm very educated. What does that mean? That still means there's educated people who be out here hurting other people, cheating on other people, doing this, doing that. There's people out here who do all kinds of shit. And you keep saying, I'm a well-educated person. Education means jack shit if you don't know how to conduct yourself. Part of being married means you know how to conduct yourself. You know how to conduct yourself in a relationship, in a space with another human being. And you don't know how to do that because there's ain't no way 3 men woke up and said, I don't want to be married to the same woman and there not be something wrong with her.
It's getting better as we go, like iron sharpens iron.
Okay. Should he look a certain way?
I prefer more of a fit look, because
but she ain't fit. Listen to that shit.
I got a little chubby, I am working back out. I mean, I was in the military, so obviously I had to be in shape. But I don't like bigger men or them being like super sloppy. Like you can have a little weight on you because we're older, but like overly sloppy, no.
You and a
and long
big
as he's
dude,
taller than me, I don't care how tall he is.
You and a big dude could work it out. You and a big dude could work this shit out. And it would be amazing if y'all could work that shit out. You need to think about that. Because you asking for somebody that's in shape, somebody that's religious, somebody who wants to be faithful, somebody who won't put it with you not having no sex. Make it make sense.
As long as he's taller than you, you don't care how tall he is. Okay. What about money? Should he make a certain amount of money?
I would say just a medium income for a man that's around the road. So what's that, like between 45 and 60 is what most men make.
Right.
Okay. Let's do the Kendra Cam.
All righty. Let me set it back up.
So we got to do the Kendra Cam. She looked kind of stuffed, like she's stuffed into her clothes.
I don't know if you can see me. Can you see me?
Yes, we can see.
Oh, she's one of those.
Okay, boo.
She's a big back. I got it. Nothing wrong with that. She ain't totally blown out. She needs a little work, but that's it. But you asking for a hell of a lift.
All right, baby girl. We got you, baby. So Genesis, right?
Yes, ma'am.
I have some paid questions. Do you want them?
Okay. Yes, I'm sure.
Okay. DK Holloway Diesel said, continue holding steadfast and remember to not require a man to fully commit until you are married. Okay.
No, don't require a man to fulfill commitments until you are married. I'm not sure what he means. Like, don't require a man to like help pay my bills.
No, that don't apply to her. It doesn't apply to her because she's been giving her pussy away. She just seems to think me stopping from having sex. See, this is what y'all don't get. She ain't celibate. She's making it seem as though she's celibate, but she ain't celibate. She's just doing that, being that way until she gets another man in her web. But she's not. If she was in a relationship off and on, she would be not celibate. She has been in relationship after relationship since she was 21 years old. She's 39, 3 marriages, 3 children. And the 3 children don't belong to the 3 men she married. So that means she's been involved with 5 to 6 men for the past 18 years. Who gets that many bites at men? How many women get this many men? Okay? And she ain't celibate. She's just saying that shit.
Or something? Is that what he's saying?
Let me read it again. You're right. I read it wrong. Remember not to require a man to fulfill commitments until you are married. Oh, so what he's saying is, yeah, he's saying since you're, I guess this is what the point he's trying to make. Since you are making it clear you're not having sex until you are a wife, I guess he's saying don't expect a man to do husband duties until you're married.
Yeah, I don't. Whenever a man asks me out or anything, it's always, hey, I'm gonna pay for my own stuff. Of course, a lot of men say no, but I'm more than willing to pay for my own things because I don't want them to get it twisted.
That don't make up for the bullshit that you got going on. You got bullshit going on, girl.
And I'd rather it be that way because it's no expectations. I don't want you to feel like you have to go above and beyond for something that you're not going to get. I want somebody who's going to be genuine. And I'm a homeowner. And it ain't no man on my thing. I'm not on OnlyFans. I make my own money. I've gotten my own education. I worked hard to get what I got. And I don't need no man to buy me a $20 meal. I don't care about going to Cheesecake Factory. I like that. So we can go chill at a park.
Here's the part where she's trying to sell herself. She knows the fuckery that is her life. She understands that. Now she's trying to sell it. I'm a simple girl. I'm a simpleton. I'll do anything. I'll be the submissive wife. I'll be the wife you need. I'll be all the things you need. She's trying to sell it because she knows it's a bad deal for anybody to go the fuck over there. Any man going over there is a simpleton. Any man who goes over there is a simpleton because she's not as celibate and faithful and kind and cute and all this other shit that she pretends to be. Ain't no 3 men gotta be wrong. Ain't no 3 men with 1 woman wrong. Married 3 times and the shit didn't work. She's the problem.
Because I'm genuinely trying to get to know somebody. It's not about how much they make, but you got to come in making something.
Okay. Divine Photo says, if you have to say you are a wife, then you are a wife. Actions speak louder than words. Well, I mean, she's been married 3 times. She is. I mean,
I'm a wife. How many times have you been married?
Okay, if I was married 7 times, would that make me a wife? No, that would just make me a serial marriage person. That would just make me a serial shitty relationship person. And this makes her a shitty relational person who gets married. That's all that means. She's a shitty relational person who got married 3 times. She fooled 3 suckers.
And I'm not saying that I'm a wife. The word says I'm a wife because the word said he who finds a wife finds a good.
No. Don't pull no religious shit in there like that religion is going to make up for the bullshit that you're saying. Religion don't make up for the bullshit that you're saying. You're saying bullshit. You're not celibate and you're not marriage material. It just is what it is. There are people on this planet that are marriage material. They will flourish in marriages. They will do what they want. She says she's marriage material and she's spouting some religious shit. I say I haven't spouted one goddamn religious thing and I kept a man for 30 years. Make it make sense. She ain't no wife.
So you're a wife before you already are one. I mean, maybe you're not Christian, so maybe you didn't know that, so I do take that back. But the word tells us, he who finds a wife finds a good thing. That means I have to be a wife for somebody to find a wife.
No. That's not how that works. That's not how that works. Not for you.
That's where I'm going with that. Thank you, though.
Okay. Manny Jackson says she's not joking. The military life is like a reality TV show without TV. Okay.
It's wild. It's wild.
I'm not gonna read that one. Okay. This one said, now you want a God-fearing man after 3 baby daddies.
Well, all of them did say, all of them did say they God-fearing. All of them did go to church with me. But
so seeing as how you're asking for a God-fearing man now, and you asked for a God-fearing man in the first 3 marriages that you had, why are you asking for another God-fearing man who's going to play you like your name is Stanley? Why would you even ask for that particular quality from a man who played you 4 times? 3 men played you like your name was Lulu, and they pretended to be religious men. Now you're asking for another religious man? You think that makes it work? That makes it worse. It means it ain't working for you.
Just because people fall short of God's glory doesn't mean that they're not God-fearing. Everybody sin. Everybody has their mistakes. I'm sure you.
How many mistakes we gonna let you make, ma'am? How many mistakes do you get to make? Most of us don't get to make this many damn mistakes. Most of these people don't even get married. Most people don't even conduct this many relationships. You've had 6 relationships in 18 years. And now you want to shut down a pussy? Why are you doing that? You ain't never kept your legs closed longer than 2 years. How you celibate? And how you call yourself a wife when you can't keep a man, one good man, longer than 3 years? No.
You don't live a perfect life either. So don't judge a man by what he do. And all of them are still friends with me. It's just, it is what it is. I'm not going to stay for somebody who cheat. I'm not going to stay with somebody who don't want to be with me. I'd rather have peace in my life because I can take care of myself, which is my catch-22, which is one of my red flags, because I won't stay. I got track shoes like a mug.
And her problem is she thinks because she's religious, somehow her marriage is going to be better, or somehow that's going to make the marriage work. There are people out here who sleep around regardless of their religion. Stop asking for religious people. It doesn't work for you. Why you don't know that after 3 failed marriages with religious men? It can make sense.
So if you're feeling like you're froggy and you want to leap, you can walk out of here on your eyelashes. I don't care. I'm not going to hold you. I'm not going to stop you. That's why. But thank you, though. I hope you're living a God-fearing life, too.
Okay, this one, I guess they're back. It said, Kendra, stop. She's a 3-time ex-wife. How can she be a wife when she's failed 3 times?
I can be a wife because that's what I am. I bring nothing but good to my people. I bless people. I take care of my family. I take care of my house. I have a job. Read Proverbs 31:10. It'll explain everything that a wife is, and that's what I am.
And that ain't what you are. That ain't what you are. That's your problem. You're pretending that that's what you are. Because if it was you, you would be successful in what you're spouting. She can take you to the damn phrase. She can take you all the way to the Bible where it says a good wife is. But that ain't you. You're pretending to be that. That's the problem. You're pretending to be that. No woman is religious as you say, and she been in a relationship 6 times in the last 18 years. 6 different men. You couldn't make it work with the 6 different men. It's you that's the problem. Something that you are doing, something that you are lacking, that you are not willing to look at, to take evidence or take a tally of your flaws. You're not willing to look at those. You don't see yourself as a problem. You see yourself as a person who reads the Bible. So now I'm a good person. Good child. Bad people read the Bible all the time. Bad people conduct things. Bad people have bad relationships regardless of reading the Bible. And you're one of those people. I'm not saying you're a bad person. I'm just saying you're a flawed person and you don't seem to understand that marriage is not for you. And men only come out glad that you're gone.
But if you want to hit me up on Lady Wisdom 27, I can go through it with you word for word, toe for toe. And how many times have you been married?
What kind of shit is it to go? What is it? What kind of shit is it to go in a relationship or go to relationship counseling with somebody who don't have no clue how to keep relationships going? That was one of the reasons why I didn't understand why men went over there to talk to Kevin Samuels or listen to his advice. He's a 2 failed marriage person. How can they tell you how to have relationships and they can't conduct a relationship? How? Makes no sense. Make it make sense, y'all.
Great. That's all I want to know. You can pay for that one too. Anyway.
Okay. Coffee Killer said, are you doing 50-50 on dates till married?
Yes. If they want me to, that's how I come in. I always come in with 50-50, but a lot of men, because of my presentation, pay for it and I accept it. Okay.
You know who she's perfect for? She's perfect for Pookie. Because Pook, she owns her own stuff, her own house, car, everything. She has a good job. She'll make sure that he eats, make sure food is in the house. He can watch the kids. They can make it work. Okay? Because Pookie at least will be faithful for a minute. He's a better choice than bringing a religious person. Isn't that more disappointing? Isn't that more disappointing to pull a religious man into your world and then find out he's just as carnal as and secular as any other man on the planet? Don't that piss you off, girl?
Thank you, but it's never it's never a requirement or obligation for them.
Okay. All right, let me continue with my questions. Wait, I will read this one. They spent $50. This one said spent $50 to say, oh, keep up the good work, Kendra. Thank you.
Yes.
I appreciate that. All right, back to my questions. When was your last relationship?
My last relationship, I would say, ended in February. I was dating somebody.
See what I tell y'all? Her relationship ended in February. When the hell has she been celibate? Please explain when she been. All of us can go 4 months without 5 months without having sex. That don't mean we celibate. She's just waiting for the next man to come along. She ain't celibate for jack shit.
Okay. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
You asked me that. It was 1.5 years ago.
Okay. 3 flaws you have to work on.
Wait a minute, hold on. How she was in a relationship February, but she ain't had sex with that person in 1.5 years? Did she mean 1.5 years since she been in a relationship? Or what? Maybe she meant 1.5 years. Come on now.
One of them for sure is I have track star shoes. I really like if a man don't want to stay, not saying I won't.
That's not a threat. You having track star shoes is not a threat because you give the pussy up quickly and you have baby by bandits. Okay? You have track shoes. No, you don't have track shoes. You stay there and you marry these bandits. You don't have no track shoes. Stop it.
Work through a situation, but if a man doesn't want to stay, I let them go. And a lot like what comes out the mouth come from the heart. So if you're saying stuff that you feel like, or you're angry or drunk, and then you feel like saying something, I'm gonna hold you to it. I make you stand on business. Another one is I don't like change. So if you're not gonna be a man of your word, like any little bit of change, it just
see, and that's where that flaw is. I don't know how it works. I don't know how it works and why it works, but that right there is the sign that her relationships are not going to. Something about her not dealing with change is what ends her relationships. Something about that is what makes her in relationships and she can't conduct any. Okay? How do you conduct a relationship with someone who is willing to walk out the door 2 minutes into you making a mistake? How do you conduct a relationship like that? Somebody please explain to me. If I know you're going to walk out the door the minute I call you ugly, or the minute I tell you your breath stank, or I say something way out of the ordinary, and I know you're going to walk out the door, how do you even have a relationship with somebody? Because most of us don't believe a person is going to walk out the door when you say something wrong or you do something wrong. But she's one of these people that walks out the door if her expectation of you is not correct. She's ready to walk out, which makes her a shitty character, which makes her shitty in relationships because she don't know how to act in a relationship. 3 men left her. 3 men left her or cheated on her. Same thing as being left. 3 men. And she's been in and out of relationships since then without having any sustaining ones. The problem is her.
throws off my whole little thing that whatever I'm trying to do, I'll be like, oh, I hate change. And I have high expectations of people. I'm a multiplier. So if you have a dream, if you have something that you want to do, I'm going to encourage you to do it. And when you start lacking, I'm on your head. I'm like, yo, you said this. I have a takeover spirit. But take over to make you the best person that you can be. And that could be a lot for somebody.
Okay. Was that 3 flaws?
Uh-huh.
And why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
Again, I'm inspiring. I have a lot going for myself. I'm a team player. I'm friendly. I love to be fit. I love to be compromised. I love to just work with people and be the best version and help us be the best version.
First off, let's say this. She likes to be fit. No, she don't, because she's a bigum. Second of all, she's one of those women that will take over your life and then tell you what to do and how to do it. Sometimes I just want to be messy. Leave me alone. And a lot of people are like that. Let me conduct my life the way I need to conduct it, right? She is not one of those people that are going to sit by and let you do what needs to be done. She says, I'm a multiplier. Multiplier of what? Multiplier of men? Multiplier of marriages? You've been married 3 times, 6 or 7 relationships within 18 years. She got 3 kids. One of those kids lives with a baby daddy, ain't living with her. She wants to be celibate. She says she's being celibate, but she just ended a relationship. How is she celibate? You need to be giving that snatch away. Ain't nobody waiting to be celibate with a overweight mom of 3 who been married 3 times, who don't know her own idiosyncrasies, who don't know what gets on other people's nerves, who's religious, who thinks she's religious, who thinks she's a wife, not a wife, never been a wife. You've been a wife 3 times and it ain't worked, which tells me, how many times we gonna give you to be a wife? I just want to know who's the 4th idiot to go over there and be a husband to that woman right there. And here's the thing, and I just can't get past this one little fact. You don't look that fucking good for somebody to come over there to be thrown out of the house 2 years after you don't feel like dealing with them.